Lovers, clients, and friends. This is the Family Pet Nanny. I hope your week is starting off to be a great one. It's been a while since I've posted a video, so I wanted to actually bring up the fact of the Oinkies recall. I've been meaning to do a video about this particular brand of dog treats for a while now, and decided to go ahead and monitor Chachi's progress with the treat for a while and take, the notes of what was happening to him physically from consuming these treats or trying to consume them. So, again, these are Oinkies, pigskin twists, smoked. This is what they look like. They're hard. You can see them come up. This is a 10-pack that I bought Chachi last month. And, it's confusing as a dog mom to know what to give your pets out there that is not toxic anymore. It seems that everything on the shelf is toxic, and it's alarming. So I wanted to share with you what happened with Chachi when he started eating this treat, and as a warning, basically. So these are a no. Don't do it. My pet parents, please do not buy these nasty treats. So this is the one that Chachi started on. This is the first one from the pack, so there's 9 left. So he never even got through the first one, okay? If you'll see this part, this is where he gnawed on it for like 5 minutes. And to be honest, when I first gave it to him, he took one sniff and walked away. So if that's not telltale, I don't know what it is. Our animals are very smart. Listen to them. Watch their behavior and their reactions to these treats. So, he didn't want it at first, and, I kind of coaxed him into it, like, hey, these are your favorite. You like these, because they were. I just bought a different brand this time. And so he took it and gnawed on it for like less than 5 minutes and left it alone. And it was sitting on the couch for days and days and days, and I was like, what's the deal? In those days after consuming this, he started vomiting. Not anything in particular, just, I guess you would call him dry heaving or a little bit of yellow stomach bile. And he would not touch it. And he would feel better once he threw up, but he was kind of lethargic. And he would eat his regular food, but just nibble. So when it was, treat time or play time, I'd remind him, hey, here's your little twisty. He didn't want to go anywhere near it. And just sitting here with this bag open under my nose, I can smell it. It reeks. And so does this one. So I don't blame my baby. They're claimed to be real smoked flavor. Okay, well, I don't know what they taste like, but the smell is not a smoked smell. It smells like leather or a pre-treating chemical like you would use to treat wood, like from the lumber yard. Or if you've ever been in, we have a shoe clinic downtown here in San Marcos, and if you've ever been in there, they have, when you walk in, you can smell all the chemicals that they've used to treat the leather, the boots, whatever they're working on. That's what this smells like. So I wouldn't think it's going to taste very good. So I'm not going to try this one that Chachi ate, but I'm going to try my own, because I do believe that if it claims to have real smoke flavor, real chicken flavor, real whatever, try it yourself. Because there's no difference between dog food and people food. There shouldn't be. All food is of the earth. God didn't say, hey, this is going to be for you and this is going to be for the dogs. No, they're supposed to eat what we eat, period. I know that there's a lot of people, that's a new way of thinking for them. That's shocking to them. They don't believe it. They want to go exactly by what the vet says. But frankly, put yourself in your dog's shoes. If you were constantly being fed dry cereal every day, would you be a happy dog? I don't think so. Same thing with this. If it smells and tastes like a weird chemical, not smoke, not chicken or barbecue or whatever, beef, gravy, whatever they promise, why are you giving this to your animals? So think about that. So let's try it. Ugh. Oh, God. That tasted like nail polish remover. Ugh. Gross. I'm sorry, my baby. I have to grab a tissue. 1 second, folks. Ugh. Kind of made a mess by spitting it out. Pardon me. But yeah, so now I see why my baby reacted like that. Looked at me like, no, Mom, I don't want it. God, I'm so sorry, Chachi. This is poisonous crap. Shame on you, Hearts Corporation. And so to shed light on that, I've been doing some research ever since Chachi got sick. And by the way, he is a lot better. He no longer is nauseated. He's eating well, drinking well. But this toxicity in his system, I would say, went on for about 3 days, 3.5 days, where he was just a little lethargic, didn't really want too much of his food, and would not go near this treat. And just right now, he's outside playing, but he saw me grab this bag of treats because I've been keeping it so that I can do this video and show you guys, because I think that this is a bad thing to still remain on the shelves, and I want to warn my pet parents and my animal lovers out there and my clients, friends, and family who care about your pets. So he saw me grab the bag and he heard the crinkling, and you know how animals they get used to that and they know, ooh, it's treat time. He ran right up to me like, what you got for me? And I let him sniff it just to see what he would do, and he walked away. And I went, okay, there's my answer. Thank you, baby. So y'all will thank Chachi for that review on the Oinkies Pigskin Twists by Hearts brand. So in doing research, I found out that in January 25th, 2013, the Hearts Corporation did a recall on their chicken jerky, their pigskin twists, and the chicken wrapped pigskin twists. The FDA had 3,000 complaints of pet illnesses and deaths. Okay, 3,000 complaints of illnesses and deaths in their pets after consuming a Hearts dog treat, namely the pigskin twists and the chicken jerkies. Okay, and I know, I'm going to go ahead and say it. They were made in China. They were made in China. And I know that gets a bad rap, and people are like, oh, we shouldn't blame everything on China. Well, what the deal is there were trace amounts of an illegal antibiotic found in these treats. It is approved to be used in China to treat poultry, but it is illegal in the United States. But they're being shipped over here to the U.S. and sold in places like Walmart and H-E-B, and if you're in Texas. And so they're on the shelf, whether you like it or not, and I would just stay away from them. So they found trace amounts of this toxic antibiotic that is not approved to use in the U.S., and so they took those 3,000 complaints seriously, looked into it, and they're still on the shelf. Now, I don't know if this new batch after 2013 recall is better or not, but I would just go ahead and say stay away from them altogether. And if you go to abcnews.com, you will see the full story on the recall and the jerky and what was found in the jerky and the pigskin twists. And if you also go to heartsvictims.org, you will see a list of customers complaining about their pets being poisoned, getting ill. One woman had to pay a $600 vet bill for her dog having seizures. Thank you, God, that nothing bad happened to Chachi except for the nausea. But he's smarter than me. That's my boy. He's smarter than me, and he said, no, Mom, I don't want this. So this is going in the trash, but I wanted to keep it to show you guys exactly what the product looks like on the shelf. Avoid this product at all costs. Now, you might say, okay, well, God, it seems like everything is toxic out there. What can I give my dog? Chachi and I have tried dehydrating sweet potatoes, real sweet potatoes. Get your sweet potatoes from the grocery store, slice them up thin like little strips of jerky or French fries, and dehydrate them. You can set your oven to 300. Some people do it at 250. It takes a long time. But the good news is your oven's going to be on a really, really low setting, so it won't get hot in your kitchen, and it won't waste too much gas or electricity, depending on which kind of appliance you have. And they get crunchy, and you can use a dehydrator as well, and they will get crunchy and kind of tough. So that's like a good jerky for them. And if you want chicken jerky, do the same thing. Go to your local butcher If you're a Texan, an HEB butcher, and ask the butcher for the livers, for the, the good cuts of meat, or go get your own organic cuts of meat and dehydrate them yourself. If you don't have a dehydrator, it's real easy to dehydrate in your oven. Using a low setting, you can Google the exact instructions. I have yet to do this method, but it sounds pretty easy for those of us who do not own a dehydrator. So what you would do is you'd put your meats, in a cookie tray, stick it in the oven for a certain amount of time at a very low setting, and then after a while you open the door of the oven and you put like a wooden spoon to stop the door from closing all the way. And there's something about the oven door being open and letting out all that heat, it just and letting the air into the oven that dehydrates the chicken and the sweet potatoes, whatever you're going to choose to do. Try kale crisps. I know that sounds nuts, but I myself am not a fan of kale. It's bitter. So, raw, fresh kale. So I've decided to start doing kale crisps in the oven. Again, very low setting, 300. They take I think mine took, they always say, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Mine took 12, and they were crispy. And I seasoned them with a tad bit of garlic. Never onion for your dog. No black pepper and no salt. Little tad bit of garlic. There's some controversy on whether garlic is good for dogs or not. But I did a tad bit of garlic, though, and a little bit of paprika, and Chachi inhales them. He loves them. They've got flavor. They're crispy. They're fun. Try that. And if your dog is really into bones, I would wager to say go to your butcher and get fresh beef bones, not chicken bones, because they can splinter in your pet's esophagus and in the intestines and make a real mess. Try beef stew bones. Raw or cooked, there is a debate on which one is better. I would say do your own research and weigh it. But dogs love bones. So I'd rather you go to the butcher and get raw beef bones than this crap that smells like a leather shop and tastes like nail polish remover. Why do I know how nail polish remover tastes? Because I am one of those people where I'll take off my nail polish and not wash my hands, and then I'll go and, I don't know, eat a snack, and then my nail gets in my mouth. I'm like, so it's got that weird, bitter taste to it. So if it's tasting like that, folks, it is not a real good treat for your pet. And can you imagine what it tastes like to them? Why are you giving that to them? And then if you get mad at them for not liking it because you spent your money on it, they're like, I don't get it. This is crap, and you're getting mad at me. So I would encourage you to find other ways to give them treats, safer ways. And I do not have any chicken jerky with me here. I don't buy that for Chachi ever since I read the reviews about it. But at all costs, avoid all the chicken jerky on the shelves right now, especially if it is made in China. And also Milo's Kitchen, if I didn't mention it before, was also on the list of chicken jerky being investigated by the FDA. So I will leave you with that. I know it's a lot of information to take in, and it can be disturbing, but I love my boy Chachi, and I'm sure you all love your fur babies. So this is just my way of contributing and helping my pet parents and pet lovers out there to take care of your babies and not take everything on the shelf at face value. Do your research, read the ingredients, and taste it for yourself. Okay, we've got to get out of this dog food, people food mentality. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't exist. Okay, there shouldn't be a division. If you're going to put it in your pet's mouth, I hope you're willing to pay the vet bill if you're not willing to try it yourself. Okay, so if it claims that it tastes like gravy, taste it. Does it taste like gravy? You never know. You don't know until you taste it. And we're so afraid of tasting it. We think we're going to get cooties. I don't know what the deal is. But you should always taste your pet's treats to make sure that there is nothing in there that can harm them. And at the very least, to see if you're getting your money's worth. I mean, did you go to PetSmart and pay $35 for a dog bone, which I know they're not that much, but you know what I mean? Did you pay that much for a dog bone that tastes like formaldehyde and it's going to put your pet in the hospital? I'd be pissed. I'm on a budget over here and I love my boy. I would give anything for him. I love him, and I can't imagine having to watch him be ill over something that I spent a lot of money on. So somebody made a lot of money off me, and now it's costing me money and heartache by watching my baby sick. I'm not going to have that. So don't be afraid to put these suckers in your mouth. It's not going to hurt you. Well, I mean, you know what I mean? The point is, it may hurt you, but you at least have a larger body, is the way I'm going to say it. And you can taste test it before you give it to your small animal who cannot exactly verbalize how they're feeling or what it tastes like. So please keep that in mind the next time you buy your pet's treats. I know it can be a frustrating task to find out exactly what is in them. Go for organic. There's lots of wonderful retailers online selling organic treats. Even H-E-B has now started to sell dog and cat biscuits in the refrigerated aisle of the pet section that's organic. No extra added chemicals, no pre-treated nothing. So try those out, okay? They're, of course, a little pricier than your $2 bags of twists, but for $2, I could have killed my boy. No, not having it, okay? So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope the rest of your week is a great one. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to keep up with me and Chachi and our pet sitting adventures. And just to keep up with what I'm discovering as a dog mama who loves her fur baby. And y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.